Alright, y'all. We got a lot of shit to talk about. As y'all see by the title of the video, this is about the new Dragon Ball Super movie. Dragon Ball Super Broly. This movie was amazing. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into the details of the movie quite yet. I'm just going to give my initial review and reaction. One thing I definitely liked was the direction they took the movie. Like, it wasn't the same. Like, they did a little sprinkling on the backstory, did a little changing, did a little retconning, but it's okay. It worked out, and here is why it worked out. All right, now, for those of you who haven't seen the movie yet, I suggest you click off of this video right now. And for y'all niggas who's still here, y'all must have seen the movie. If you don't care about spoilers, then I guess you still here too. But, alright, this movie was crazy, okay? I saw it on launch day. It's January 16th. I don't know if y'all get this if y'all don't go on January 16th, but if you do go on January 16th, opening day, you get this poster for sure. You might be able to get it on other days, but I don't know. It's really small. It's just a little flyer type thing, you know. But anyway, back to the fucking movie. Okay, this shit was great, alright? It wasn't no ordinary Broly movie. It wasn't no ordinary, like, oh, here comes Broly. He's gonna do his Broly things again. No, this shit was legendary, okay? So, to start off the movie, I'm gonna give a quick overview before I, like, really get into the details of, like, what I feel about it, like, the nitty-gritty about how I feel about the movie. So, they start off with the Broly movie, like, oh, like, they start the Broly movie off by showing, you know, Lord Cold, King Cold coming down to planet Vegeta. He's like, oh yeah, my son Frieza, this little nigga right here, just born, he's gonna be in charge of this shit now. I'm retiring, he's in charge of y'all. Skip ahead a little bit, 5 years later, Lord Frieza coming back, talking about some, oh yeah, you know, I don't really like y'all. I think I'm gonna kill y'all. Same time that's going on, planet Vegeta, King Vegeta's like, whoa, who is this little nigga Broly? Why is he so strong? Now he's too strong, he's gonna be a danger to us all. Sends him off to a planet. I don't remember what the planet was called. He sends him off to a remote planet, though. Talking about, like, oh, nah, he's going to be a danger to us all if we let this nigga stay. You feel me? Because we can't let this nigga stay. He too strong. Frieza is like, all right, time to blow this shit up. He blows the fucking planet up. Bardock is like, you know what? I got a bad feeling. I'm going to go ahead and send Kakarot off. They mention Raditz a little bit, but he's like, I'm going to go ahead and send Kakarot off, get him to a different planet, get him up out of here. They show him arriving to Earth. They show everybody's initial reaction, like, oh, planet Vegeta got hit by a meteorite. Paragus runs off to go save Broly. He's like, oh, no, I'm not going to let you, kill my son. I'm not going to let you guys, like, just kill this nigga or send him off to an exile planet to where, like, oh, he's going to die. He's not going to be able to be of use. As you see, there are a few screenshots and shit right here. But Paragus goes off to this planet and they get stranded there. Like, the ship breaks, they get stranded there. The same that went with Paragus. Paragus like, oh, we gotta conserve food. I mean, boom, bitch, what you mean? But fucking, oh my god. But freaking, he finds Broly, he saves Broly, of course. Broly's like, Broly, like, resists at first. He just grabs him he grabs a little nigga by the tail, like, come here. Broly just like, ah. But anyway, fast forward ahead, somebody breaks into Bulma's Dragon Ball lab, starts stealing Dragon Balls. He's like, oh, this is Frieza's armor. They got it on surveillance. They're like, oh, this resembles Frieza's armor. So like, oh shit, Frieza's probably trying to get the Dragon Balls. Bulma was collecting the Dragon Balls because she wanted to look 5 years younger. And she's like, well, why don't you make yourself look 10? He's like, because then it'll be too noticeable. And they're like, who's your doctor? She don't want that shit to happen. Fucking turns out Frieza stole the Dragon Ball so he can wish himself to be 5 centimeters taller. And they're like, why don't you just wish for 10 centimeters? He's like, because it's going to be too noticeable. I want it to feel like I'm naturally still growing. So they kind of had the same thing. It was a little funny moment right there. But like they flash to Chile and the old nigga. I don't know what his name is, but apparently they're out looking for new people to join the Frieza Force. And then they get a distress signal from when Paragus crashed, like 40-something years ago. They get a distress signal from when he crashed. So they're like, okay, let's check this shit out, see what the fuck is up. And they're like, oh shit, this is a Saiyan. And he has like a strong power level of like, I think it was like 4,000, something like that. It wasn't that good, but it was better than the average Frieza soldier. So you're like, yeah, fuck it, let's take this nigga. And then big ass monster comes out of nowhere and he's like, Broly, do something. Broly comes in there and he's like, bitch, kicks the fuck out the monster, is just standing there looking all swollen and shit. And they're like, oh my god, he's off the charts. So they recruit this nigga Broly and they bring him back to Frieza. Frieza's like, oh, Saiyan. Yeah, cool. Like, oh, you say he's like really strong. You say he can fuck with Goku and Vegeta. Well, this might be a little interesting. You know, instead of just wishing myself 5 centimeters taller, might as well go down there and see what your little Saiyan can do. So they go down there. Goku and Vegeta at this time find them because they went to go find the Dragon Ball, the last one that was remaining. So they see Broly. As soon as they find each other, like, all right, Paragus like, all right, let's see what you can do, Broly. Let's knuckle up. So they go knuckling up. Broly, you know, he getting peace. He start fighting Vegeta first. And I will say, this is the first time Vegeta didn't get absolutely fucking hoed, okay? Because every time Vegeta gets fucking hoed on these things, but he started knuckling up with Vegeta, you feel me? Vegeta was piecing that nigga, but then Broly started to learn about it. Like, he started to figure it out. So Vegeta powered up, started piecing him again, powered up, started piecing him again. At this point, Paragus is like, all right, bro, you ain't gonna win this shit. Come on back. But the little Chile swiped the remote control that was keeping Broly under control. He swiped it from him and electrocuted Broly. I mean, that was like using to keep his power under control. She swiped it from him, so he couldn't like keep him under control. Broly went on a rampage. Now, I forgot to get to a little nitty gritty. Broly's character design actually has like some meaning to it. Apparently, he was like friends with this big ass monster thing on his home planet, or the planet he was raised on. So that's why he has that little fur tied around his waist. Apparently, that was the monster's ear. Like his dad was like, "Oh, you training with him? That's not training. You're playing." And he like shot off his ear, so he just like tied the ear to remember when they were friends. He didn't kill the monster, but the monster's like pissed at him and his dad now, and he don't fuck with Broly no more. So he's like, I'm gonna just tie this around my waist to remember, oh, we were friends back in the day. So it's like one of those sentimental things. That doesn't really come up anymore, but it just shows like it gives him a little character. Apparently Broly did not want to fight. Like he didn't want to be a fighter. But his dad's like, oh, you have all this ability, you have all this power. Like I'm gonna make you be a fighter. Like I don't care, you're gonna be a fighter, and we're gonna get revenge on King Vegeta. So back to where we were at. They fight, and Paragus is like, yeah, you know, you're not gonna win this. Just come on back. I'll train you up, and we can try again later. Broly's thing, he doesn't have the remote, so Broly's not responding. Broly's just fighting. He's like, all right, fuck this. We're just gonna fight. So Broly goes crazy, goes batshit crazy, and starts like catching up to Vegeta. He didn't really start beating Vegeta, but he caught up. He started like putting Vegeta on his edge of his toes, like putting Vegeta on his heels and shit. So fucking Goku's like, you know how Goku is, and he's like, my turn, bitch. Hops in a fight, and they were going toe to toe for a little bit. Goku steadily powers up, you know how that goes. Then Broly hit like a new little power, like he hit like a new little level type shit, and started like beating, like piecing that nigga Goku, and it got like to the point where, you know, Goku had to like go full on, like he had to transform into blue, and it was crazy transformation scene. It was great. You have to look it up. I don't have it here obviously, but it was great. Little scene. Goku powers up. Fucking he starts piecing Broly then. And then at that point, Frieza's like, okay, Broly's at his limit. He's not going to be that much stronger. That's kind of sad. It's disappointing. He can't go into a Super Saiyan, you know, da-da-da-da-da. Broly didn't have Super Saiyan unlocked. So Frieza's like, I got an idea. When I killed Krillin, Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan. So he turns and looks at Paragus and goes, pew! And shoots him with a little ki blast type shit. Pew! And kills Paragus. Then he goes like, oh no, Broly! A stray ki blast hit Paragus, your father's dead. Broly fucking snaps and like flips out. And here's one thing I'm gonna criticize this. I wish they would have drew that transformation out a little bit longer. It sort of just happened. Like he was like, oh shit, my dad's dead. Bah! And he powered up. I wish they would have like slowly like let him get that anguish settled in, which I was kind of disappointed about. But he started fucking up Goku at that point. Goku's like, okay, Vegeta, come on. I'm gonna instant transmission out of here, go to Piccolo, see if he has some sensu beans or something like that. Piccolo knows about the fight because he heard it, obviously. So he was talking to Goku about it earlier. So they go to Piccolo. He's like, do you have any sensu beans? No, we don't have any sensu beans. Oh, they distract Broly by flying by Frieza, and because Broly's so blind with rage, he just starts fighting Frieza, and he was piecing the fuck out of Frieza. So they fought. So they go to Piccolo, and he's like, oh, hey, Vegeta, do you know about the fusion technique? Like the fusion dance? And Vegeta's like, oh yeah, Trunks talked about that a little bit. Like yeah. He's like, fuck that, I'm not fusing with you though. He's like, well, you gonna let him kill Bulma and all that? And he starts guilt tripping him. You know how he always does. So Vegeta eventually caves. They try it. First time, they fail. Vegeta's finger is off. They turn into fat Gogeta. So they have to wait 30 minutes. At the same time, Broly's still fighting Frieza. Then they go again. This time, Vegeta's angle was off. Fingers were aligned, but the angle was off. So they turn into skinny Gogeta, which I didn't expect. I like that. And then fucking wait 30 minutes again. And then they finally get it right. And they're like, all right, I gotta think of a name. I think he said like Kakagita, some shit like that. And he was like, let's go with Gogeta, which is cool. So they go back to fight Broly. At this point, you know, he's Gogeta. He pieces the fuck out of Broly. So Chile and the old dude, like, they became friends with Broly, like, before the fight started. So they're like, oh, no, he's just, like, he's an innocent kid. He doesn't want to fight. Like, his dad's forcing him to fight. And he, like, trained him to be a monster, which he did. Paragus trained this nigga Broly to be a monster. Like, Broly wasn't, like, he had ability. Like, he had the talent. But Broly, like, wasn't, he was just an innocent kid. Like, he didn't have the, like, potential to be, like, he didn't have the initial monsterly reaction that most of the Saiyans like have, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, and Broly doesn't have his tail because he cut that shit off because every time he transformed to a grade ape, he went crazy. But he still lost control eventually. That's why he got the shock shit. But fucking Paragus is like, or no, Chile and all of them were like, you know, he's a kid. He didn't want to be this fighter. Like, Paragus trained him to be this person. Like, this is not him. He's like innocent on the inside. Like, he's really not this bad guy. At the same time, Goku and Vegeta also realized they're like, you know, you're not that bad of a guy. Like, we face many enemies, but you don't seem like one of them. So at that point, I'm like, oh shit, they might not kill this nigga Broly off. They might not kill Broly off. So fucking, fight continues. Gogeta whoops the fuck out of Broly, and they're like, okay, yeah, if we don't stop this shit, Broly's gonna die. Like, they're gonna kill him. So they hit him with like a whole bunch of shit. Broly keeps standing up. He goes to charge in that final Kamehameha. He's like, Kame, and then literally fires it. And just before it hits them, Chile and them get their wish off. They say, save Broly and send him back to the planet where he came from. At this point, I love what they did because when the Kamehameha is coming towards Broly, like, you can see him start to panic. Like, he's not like super like fucking crazy. Like, he's like panic. He's like, oh shit, like, I can't die, I'm about to fucking die. And he gets saved. He gets sent back to his planet. He's like scared. The nigga's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm good. I'm okay. So Chile and them leave immediately after that. They're like, we gotta get the fuck out of here before Frieza flips on our ass because we just betrayed him. And they go to his home world. Gogeta goes up to Frieza and he's like, oh yeah, you about to be a little bitch about this. Frieza's like, man, get the fuck off of me, man. I lost. I'm leaving. Goodbye. For some reason, they let that nigga just go. Like, if I was them, I'd have been like, yeah, no, bitch, and kill him right then and there so he can't do shit. Frieza's like, I'll be back and I'll have this planet one day. And they just let the nigga leave. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop this nigga. Prevent the inevitable. Stop this nigga. So Frieza goes on it again. He's like, fuck these guys. I hate these guys. They're always beating me and shit. It skips 3 days ahead. Shows Chile and Broly like on their planet. And, you know, they're eating their nasty like little spider parasite things. Frieza's like, oh, the two traitors are with Broly. Like, we'll leave him be for now. We'll let him. This is where it gets me. They say, we'll let them domesticate him. And then we'll come back when he's cool, like when he can control himself. So they like foreshadow like he's gonna be bad again. But then Goku shows up and he's like, here, have some capsules, have some good food from Earth. It's really delicious. Hey Broly, like we came here, you know, like I thought I was at the peak of my power, then you showed up. You know, you're like really strong. But there's still a few things I can teach you because I noticed some things that you did wrong, like you could improve on. So he's like, you know, if you guys can just stay here, I'll give you these supplies. As long as you let me come back every now and again and fight Broly and train Broly. So that's sweet because now it's like, I don't know if Broly's going to be bad. I don't know if he's going to be good. Like, they set up to where he could be really either or. Like, they foreshadowed that he's going to like fuck with Goku a little bit more. But at this point, you don't really know. Like, I don't know. Nobody knows, but we're going to have to wait and see. So there's a lot of shit they can do with this nigga Broly. Like, I love that they didn't kill him off. I'm glad they didn't build him all the way up just to fucking kill him off again. So he's canon now. There's a lot of shit you can do with him. Fucking Gogeta's canon, although I don't expect to see much from Gogeta in the future except for, oh, this guy's too strong, let's fuse. You know, just to have an excuse of not having the Kais there. But fucking Broly's canon now. He's strong. There's so much that they can do with this nigga. They foreshadowed that he's evil, that he will be evil again, but they foreshadowed that he'll be good again too. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how that goes. I'm thinking he's probably gonna lean towards the side of good, or maybe like sort of like Hit is, like he's a rival, but he's not necessarily like, oh, I'm a Z fighter, but he's also not like, oh, I'm gonna try and kill you every time I see you type shit. So that's good. I feel like he's just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna protect my friends, da 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 da. We're gonna go on, move on, be like, be good, you know. Fucking. There's so much that they can do with him. There's so much in the world that they can do with this nigga Broly right now, and I love it. I love that they didn't kill him off because there's a lot of things that they can do with him now. Some things about his character. I'm gonna just like summarize his character and how he's better than the fucking old Broly is. He has a personality now. Old Broly was just like, oh, I hate Kakarot. Kill Kakarot. Ah, I'm angry about Kakarot. But this Broly, he's still dumb, like, cause you know he's feral. He knows basic manners and how to speak, and that stuff that Paragus probably taught him. But you know, he never drank water, which is weird. And he shows him like he's a blank slate, and they set him up to be a blank slate. That's really what they set him up to be. And they portray him as like an innocent sort of child, kind of sort of like he's crazy strong, but he's like innocent. And he's like a blank slate. Like they can really do. That's why they can do anything with him, because he's a blank slate. He doesn't have like he has basic experiences, kind of sort of. He's not faction wise attached to any sort of thing. He just knows like, oh yeah, my dad hated this guy, but you know they helped me out. So at the end of the day, like we're cool. But I mean, he has like he has more reason behind his character. Like, oh, I was stranded on this world, you know, these people now here are my friends. I can have friends now. I can be normal, kind of, sort of, instead of just, oh, I'm a psychopathic maniac who wants to kill everybody. So at the end of the day, like, he's still sort of like a blank slate, but there's so much more that they can do with him. There's so much more that they can add on to him. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to see what they do with him in the future. He's not in the arc directly after Dragon Ball Super, the movie, at least not so far. It's like Time Patrol type shit. Not Time Patrol, but Galactic Patrol type shit, which is probably going to just step back because we've had like action after action after action. It's probably just going to be an arc to sort of like chill out a little bit. But no, there's so much they can do with him, and I'm really looking forward to see what they can do with Broly, like in the upcoming future in the anime, because the anime is going again. The manga is already started, so they're probably gonna let the manga get a little head, and then they're gonna bring this nigga Broly back in the equation. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff they can do with him. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I'm gonna have to wait and see. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, what you think they're going to do with Broly. If you already saw the movie, then you probably are at this point. If you have not seen the movie, then why are you here? You're spoiling the movie for yourself, my nigga. Like, I'm just saying, like, what the fuck are you doing, my boy? But anyway, leave a like on the video if you did like it. And then, if you want to see more, I'm going to bring more content like this out to you. Leave a subscribe to the channel, But also comment down below what you think they're going to do with Broly. Because I really want to know what you guys like. I really want to know what you guys think. Like, I can think of a few things, but I mean, more heads are better than one. So just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think they're gonna do with them. And thank y'all for watching this shit, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the movie, and you can just look forward and see what they're gonna do next. Thank y'all.